Hey, girly cues, you ready to continue Coco? All right, sorry. Okay, chapter 14. A little later, Hector and Miguel were hanging off the back of a moving trolley. Hector fiddled on the guitar idly as they rode through the city. You told me you hated musicians. You never said you were one, Miguel said. How do you think I knew your great-great-grandpa? We used to play music together. Taught him everything he knows. Hector played a fancy riff, but botched the last note. No manches. You played with Ernesto de la Cruz, the greatest musician of all time? Ha ha! You're funny, Hector laughed. Greatest eyebrows of all time, maybe, but his music? Not so much. You don't know what you're talking about, Miguel said. The trolley reached their stop. Welcome to Plaza de la Cruz, Hector announced. In the center of the bustling plaza was a great giant statue of Ernesto de la Cruz. Showtime, chamaco. Hector pushed the guitar into Miguel's arms. Miguel looked around the plaza. It glowed and hummed with the shouts of vendors selling a variety of crafts and treats to passers-by. Llévelo, T-shirts, called a vendor selling Ernesto de la Cruz souvenirs. Bobbleheads. Miguel gazed past the vendor and saw a large stadium stage where an MC was greeting her audience. Bienvenidos a todos, she cried. Who's ready for some música? The audience whooped and hollered. It's a battle of the bands, folks. The winner gets to play for the maestro himself, Ernesto de la Cruz, at his fiesta tonight. The audience cheered some more. Let the competition begin, exclaimed the MC. The stage filled with acts performing one after the other. The performers were like none Miguel had ever seen. There was a tuba and violin act, a hardcore metal band, a marimba player on the back of a giant iguana spirit guide, a dog orchestra, and nuns playing accordions. Miguel and Hector signed up for the contest and headed backstage into a crowd of other performers. So what's the plan? What are you going to play? Hector asked Miguel. Definitely Remember Me, Miguel answered. He plucked out the beginning notes of the song. Hector clapped his hands over the guitar's fretboard. No, not that one. No, Hector said seriously. Come on, it's his most popular song. It's too popular, Hector replied. They gazed around the backstage area and noticed that many other acts were rehearsing their own versions of Remember Me. The man even played Water Glasses to the famous tune. That song has been butchered enough for a lifetime, Hector said with disgust. What about... Miguel thought hard. Poco Loco? Okay, now you're talking. A stagehand approached Miguel. De la Crucito? He asked. Miguel nodded at his stage name. You're on standby. Then the stagehand gestured to another band. Los Chachalocas, you're up next. As Los Chachalocas stepped onto the stage, the crowd roared. The band burst into a mighty intro and the audience went wild. Backstage, Miguel peeked out at the frenzied audience. Los Chachalocos were unbeatable. He suddenly felt ill. He paced. You always this nervous before a performance? Hector asked. I don't know. I've never performed before. What? You said you were a musician. I am, Miguel answered. I will be, once I win. That's your plan? Hector exclaimed. No. You have to win, Miguel. I need you to win. Your life literally depends on you winning, and you've never done this before? Miguel processed that. His life did depend on him winning. Panic spread across his face, and Hector saw it. "I'll go up there." He reached for the guitar. "No," Miguel said. "I need to do this." "Why?" asked Hector, "if I can't go out there and play one song, how can I call myself a musician?" "What does that matter? 'Cause I don't just want to get Ernesto de la Cruz's blessing. I need to prove that I'm worthy of it." "Oh," said Hector. "Oh, that's such a sweet sentiment and at a bad time." He softened. "Okay, you want to perform? Then you've got to perform. First, you have to loosen up. Shake off those nerves." Hector and Miguel did a loose bone shimmy. "Now give me your best grito," Hector said. "My best grito? Come on, yell. Belt it out," Hector said. Then let out a long-throated grito. "Ah, feels good. Okay. Now you." Miguel looked at Hector, uncertain. "Ay, ay, 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 ay." Miguel's halting grito was breathy and squeaky. Dante whimpered. "Oh, come on, kid," said Hector. Behind him on the stage, Los Chanchalacos was wrapping up its performance to raucous applause. "De la Cruzito, you're on now," the stagehand called. "Miguel, look at me," Hector said. "Come on, let's go," the stagehand yelled at Miguel, gesturing for him to hit the stage. Hey, look at me," Hector repeated to Miguel to snap him out of his terrified gaze. Miguel finally looked up at him. "You can do this. Grab their attention and don't let it go." The MC spoke to the crowd. "We got one more act, amigos," she said. "Hector," Miguel said softly, as the stagehand ushered him to the stage. "Damas y caballeros, de la Cruzito," the MC shouted. "Make 'em listen, chamaco. You got this," Hector called. Guitar in hand, Miguel stumbled out onto the stage. Blinded by the lights, he squinted at the massive audience. They gazed back at him. Miguel stood there, frozen in fear. Okay. Good night, babies. I hope you had a wonderful time at Coffee and Cake. I love you.